Stop freaking out. Everything's fine. We're going to draw 3 cards here. Everything's okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today is a day of days, for example, because I was going to play some more mono black, but I was going to add some spicy cards. And on my timeline of all time, of course, the day I was like, I'm going to add this card into my deck, I saw Ash Sizzle put it in her list and say, wow, Massacre Girl's nuts. And I was like, you don't say, Ash. I was trying to build a list around her anyway, and now I look guilty, you know? But it's fine. She's a great player. I'm just copying her. Sure, let's just say that. Let's lie. I'm copying her. But either way, so I have been playing mono black, and I've been playing post rotation for a little while now, and I've been wanting to try Massacre Girl ever since I put this Harvester of Misery in my deck at one point. I played it, and I was like, you know, Harvester just doesn't feel like it has the value that we want, and I end up cutting it. But I was sitting there and I was thinking, I was like, Harvester should be sick. It should be good against Boros. It should be great against those matchups we need it. What's another way I can get value out of this card? And my mind first went to Massacre Girl. I get to play a board wipe in the deck called Glistening Deluge that I can get value out of with Massacre Girl as well. Helps us in our Boros matchup, which gets out of control a lot of times and it's hard to catch back up. Or even like the mono white soldiers decks and things like that. But Massacre Girl also gets value off this. So like I was super pumped to be like, you know, honestly, we should just try Harvester with this card. Trim the go for a throw. Still keep the hard removal. You never know what you'll have to answer. Like this, obviously, even Bargain can't answer an Atraxa. So obviously we keep the go for the throw, and then I have a shoot the sheriff just to be a little bit more diverse because we still have the Karavak in our deck, and the Karavak is super sweet here because it allows us to play these back or even play this board wipe back. That doesn't really affect us at all. Our creatures get -1/-1, and Harvester doesn't kill any of our creatures, I think. Correct. Yeah, Harvester will put -2/-2 on everything, but it'll kill nothing. It'll make Preacher do no damage, which is, you know, is what it is. But this not killing anything in our deck by killing like the horse or deep Caverbat. I don't even have to worry about that. I just slam it regardless, and I can clear the board. Hopefully, if my opponent is vulnerable to -2/-2. But in other words, a nice little cool trick that we can do is we have the Candy Grapple and the sack here. I actually blunder a play. It was about to be super sick, but I blunder a play where I have Karavak in play. Or I have Karavak in my hand and I play Candy Grapple first, so I don't actually trigger the crime part of this because I need this in my hand. But then I play Karavak with the Tiny Bones in play in order to bring back the Candy Grapple from my graveyard and then bargain my Tiny Bones away and Candy Grapple another card in play -5/-5ing it because it was too large for a normal one. And then with that target, because the bargain will sacrifice the Tiny Bones, I would then be able to cast the Tiny Bones again and kind of work these cards to play themselves again, which was super sick. And instead, I grabbed a Gix and I slammed it in play over my Karavak by accident because they're both 1 colorless, 2 black in my hand of like 6 cards. And I went, grab this one, play the wrong one. I was so mad. You would have saw it at the beginning. But other than that, we're going to go ahead. I'm yapping a little. I know. We're going to go ahead, hop into the games. I think it performs way better than I thought it would. And if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing. I truly appreciate it. Helps out the channel a ton. And let's just get out there and see if we can't make Massacre Girl be great, you know? But let's just dive in. I mean, opponent goes first. We're typically against aggro in these spots. So, like, sure, I'll keep this. Ow. I'm shocked. Can't. I know. Would have thought. It would have been aggro. Stop keeping one-landers, Mono Red. Like, you don't have to do that. Just hit the maul button. Alright, we go first this time. I have a 2-lander. I play 24. I'm going to take the risk. I have a lot of interaction on the board if I don't hit the lands. So I'm not, like, too scared here. It did take a maul. My opponent did. Maybe taking advice from our first opponent. My God, they did. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, chat. They took advice. This mono red player bold. Dude, they do know how to do it. It's crazy. All right, opponent. Figure it out. I got removal. Phoenix Chick is okay. We're gonna play another creature here. They do. So what do I do? Because this is gonna come up. I guess I just have a Massacre Girl though. Let's just do this here. Now I'll take my 1. I could play Lily and minus, but I don't think that's very good EV. Okay, I could just Virtue this now. Like, I do want to get value off this Massacre Girl when I get a chance, and this is like a great way to do that. And I have instant speed interaction to respond to like an Ancestral Anger. They did Maul, so their hand's a little bit tighter right now. We respond to that full-heartedly. I give them nothing. I'm good. Those are spells. You can have them. There's a land. I have a Harvester. Honestly, I'm just gonna place Liliana and plus. I'm gonna take stuff away from their hand. I'm gonna force them to burn my Liliana. They don't want to play this game. I think with being at 18 and this hitting higher than the Harvester, I gotta let Harvester go. Obviously, Harvester's instant speed, but this does strike 1 point higher. They get rid of another land. Okay. You play with Firing me or you playing with Fire Lily? It's definitely a choice, but that saves me 2 life. I think their idea is worst case scenario, I'm Lightning Striking the Lily. They might get a creature to play here, haste, hit Lily, and Lightning Strike me. Second Reckless Impulse. Oh, they played land from a hand. I think I get to keep that, I guess. They should just Lightning Strike me. Lily gets a plus, I guess. Alright, they lose the Lightning Strike. Not sure I totally agree with that. You can just Lightning Strike Lily or me and you're empty-handed, so like... Sure. I might find a land. But I have to make a lifelinker first. We'll pass. At least I have interaction here and I can sack this token. Just bargain, you can sack a token. This is fine. If they try to Ancestral Anger this, it's gone. Sackable Blood token. They have another land. Wow. I believe our first opponent conceded because they had a 1-lander. This opponent drawing all the lands. We finally hit one, so that's pretty neat. I'll move to combat. I'll double attack. I'll make another dude. I could Virtue this and gain life, so I'd draw a card. But because I hit the land, I'm not that opposed to just doing this. And now we get to kind of stare at each other a little bit, and then I have double removal, and then Massacre Girl can hopefully help us grind this game out. And wow, they find a 6th land. Mono Red just... They took the advice, chat, that we said, don't keep a 1-lander. You know, they're like, I can't do this. I heard them last game. I'll maul. They maul, and then they get 6 lands. You know, Arena doing its best today in best of 1 for sure. Sure. I just have double removal. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, it's not big enough removal. Oh no, not to land, dude. Please. I need hard removal. I need to go for the throat, baby. I'll take my 2. Oh, they have another one. They have... Stop drawing lands, please. Please, bro. I'm not mono red. You don't have to do this. Yeah. My opponent a land hitting gamer? No. We do the opposite here. We take this out because it has potential to grow. This does not. And then, ooh, do I set Caravac up? I mean, they're realistically only going to cast 1 creature, right? And even if they do, when I harvest their target, I can then I can candy it next turn. So let's play Caravac here. They missed a land. I have land aplenty. They could put a counter on it and make it fight my Caravac, which would suck, but then it dies unless it has indestructible. I don't remember what fight spells there are, but they might do the C-Note Scout instead. The only reason I'm getting that argument is they keep highlighting a creature and then Caravac like they're... Yeah. Does damage equal to his... I guess. I'll take my 4. All right, you know. All right, I'm gonna play Massacre Girl. Don't have 2 more of those, please. I would like to give them additional -2/-2. Honestly, not that bad. Okay, chat. Stop freaking out. Everything's fine. We're gonna draw 3 cards here. Everything's okay. Oh, they get an additional -2/-2. Never mind. We're going to draw 3 cards regardless. It's not -2/-2. It's -3/-3. Yeah, we're in there. Get in there, Massacre Girl. Let's go. All right, we go first. We have 1, 2, and 3. Flash 2. Seems great. All right, land. Tiny Bones. Target you. We have too many 2-drops to not go ahead and play this. They kept their opener. So they have to keep their opener -1. Then draw a card. Lay down arms. Oh, no. Oh, no. Did we get to this part, chat? We just have to play against mono white. Do nothing control. Oh, God. Chat, no. Not us, chat. Give in for Massacre Girl, I guess. Even though it's not necessary. They'll play land. They'll lay down arms my Preacher. And then hopefully we hit another land drop so we can play Massacre Girl. I assume second lay down arms is coming. Normally, that's kind of how that goes. You could play Emperor. They could get lost, I suppose. A lot that could happen. Steel Seraph. Okay. Well, I weirdly have answers to that. Including attacking. Yeah, I know, opponent. I'm not a huge fan of how that works either. I could, in theory, get Massacre Girl down. But we're going to attack first. See if our opponent wants to play ball. No? Maybe? I'd love to play Massacre Girl. I don't know what our opponent will do. I'm going to go ahead and pop this out of the way, though. I'm like a little bit afraid of like cut down effects. I'm not really sure if they're not cut down. Sunfall effects. Temporary lockdown doesn't do anything. When I see lay down arms, I just think it's automatically like the very slow grindy control. Steel Seraph's just in here to gain life sometimes. Like if they depopulated me here, I would not be surprised. If they Phyrexian Vindicated me here, I would not be surprised. So damage can't happen to this. Sick. I think, chat, that I can just Massacre Girl. If damage be dealt to the Phyrexian Vindicator, prevent that damage. Creature control have Wither. Whenever a creature Wither, a source with Wither deals damage to creatures in the form of -1/1 counters. I need a judge, dude. I don't know if that works or not. I'm going to play the Massacre Girl, and they're not going to stop me. They might play lay down arms and stop me, but I will pass. They can attack me all they want. Hopefully they don't have a fight spell because this does redirect it. I just don't know how Wither works with it. I wish I knew outside of this thing, and I'm not going to look it up, obviously. I could. Yada! Oh, dude, my opponent's hot. I hate our opponent, but I love them. Although, to be fair, Vindicator is dying here, and then they're kind of... I'm sorry, little vampire. You got to go. We've drawn this Deluge at like the perfect time, both these games, I think. Let's get those out of the way. Yes. Nice line draw. Brick. We're killing it. I'm going to use the sorcery speed one here. Get that out of the way as well. Draw another card. And now if you want this to do whatever, you can have it do whatever. I don't really care. If it blocks Preacher, I won't gain the light because it's less than 1, so it has to be 0. This would have Death Touch, and it would put -1 counter on here. Unless Death Touch doesn't work, I don't. God, I have no idea. I want to be honest with you. Now, this is getting harder to win. I'm not going to lie to you. Although we do have Karavak target a thing, Glistening Deluge. But I do kind of have to answer this card. I could also just play this and then bring this back, which is hot. Oh no, we can do this the opposite way, right, chat? Yeah, so I can bargain this too? Oh, chat, I got game actions. This is so sick. Watch this, chat. Believe in me right now. I need everybody on board. Everybody calm down. Even if I draw a card, I'm doing it the other way. Everybody relax. We're at the top. We're going to tap this. We're going to do this for a black. We're going to do this. Liliana, you're so sick here. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to play gigs. I'm going to target. I'm going to commit a crime. And then what's... Okay, I'm going to explain to you what I was going to do instead. I was going to play Karavak, commit a crime. I grabbed Gix, and then I was going to cast this Candy Grapple, sacrificing this Tiny Bones to give this -5/-5. But instead, I decided to go against my gut and do anything other than what I wanted to do. So don't worry, chat. It's perfectly fine. I'm mad. That's such a cool play. And I grabbed the Gix by accident. I even said, if you go back, I'm pretty sure I even said, put Gix into play. And it didn't trigger my brain to go, yo, calm down, relax. Whatever, I'll punt it away. It's fine. I'm going to do it again this turn anyway. It's fine. I clear the board anyway here. It just... that was the clip, chat. Face down has to be colorless, right? This is also colorless. This doesn't... No, it counts as a white creature, actually. It's colorless if it's not that. Okay. I could also just wheel these and just say, can I have your top whatever? Which is also another cool idea. But I don't think I can. Oh, although, maybe I should. That's 6 cards of theirs. Like, how do I not come back from that? But I guess they exile like 5 of my things. I know what this is. Oh man, that's tough. I think I just do this. I'm not gonna make a thing here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna target my opponent to commit a crime. Then I can Candy Grapple Steel Seraph, I guess, and then I can Deluge if I want. I don't think that makes a lot of sense. I could have Liliana minus here. Yeah, I guess so. Guess I'll bargain. Get rid of this. I'll sack this. And I'll just submit 0 on that. That's gone. Massacre Girl will draw a card. Double Liliana's kind of cool. We'll see what they get rid of here. One, 0. Yeah, because now I feel like so far behind. If I got to make that play, it would have been so much more clean. And now if they do the face down card and they flip it up, these all go back to my hand, whatever they exile under it. But I believe it's like 3 mana or 4. I'm not entirely sure. This will make a lifelinker, and most of these are going underneath that card anyway, so I'm probably better just attacking out. 7, 8, 9 damage here. Oh boy. We will decline all of these. Without a Shieldred in play, there's no way I'm drawing off this Gix. I have plenty of action, to take. And also, I wanted to do the Gix so bad, but if I just hit lands and kind of cards that don't matter, like Laydown Arms, for example, which we know they play if we look here real quick. We know they play Laydown Arms. That would not be good, chat. We have 0 planes. It doesn't work. I can cast it. Yeah, we knew it was this one. So X is 2. I didn't know what the ward flip. So it's 3 and plus white. I didn't know if it was 3 and white or 2 and white, making it 3. So get rid of Massacre Girl to get rid of Gix. Not the Caravac, which is interesting. But I get it. The only problem is they attack face. Sure. 3, 4, 5, 6. In life. Plus. Discard this.
Don't overthink things.
Then I can play this. Name whatever. Human, sure. I can then play second Lily here. I can minus. I do have like lethal here. It doesn't really matter. I can minus. I can grab back Tiny Bones. Cast Tiny Bones. This. Or I guess that doesn't work. Do this. Commit. 0. I thought it was any color for a second. It won't matter regardless. I still have a legendary to play. And then I move to combat. I hit. Go to 1, and then I play a legendary, and then ping him off the Tiny Bones. Opponent goes first. I have removal. I have kind of mass removal, and then I have a preacher. Even though my mana's a little bit whack here. Mass removal will obviously happen. Like, I'll play my Mirrex last. If I draw a swamp, I feel pretty good, in which we do. Kind of have to hope that we're not getting suplexed here. And that Shoots the Sheriff is good. This is a bird wizard. I don't think this meets any of that requirement. We take our 2. We play land. I will pass. This is only green and white, so this is not necessarily useful in this match. They go there. They play land. They play Codebreaker. They play Kamano. Use Rogue, so this cannot kill Fugitive Codebreaker. So we have to do it a little bit weirder here. Although I can get value off my Deluge and just get rid of the Codebreaker with it. But I think here it should just be play Preacher and hope that's enough to sustain. Because hopefully they just don't have all pure just removal shenanigans. Like a Witchstalker Frenzy. And that my 2 toughness here is just good. Lord of... What? And Witchstalker Frenzy to get my Preacher out of the way? No. Monstrous Rage. Well, if Preacher's going to die, it's going to do it picking up the biggest creature by far. Now it'll absorb... This will hit me for 2. And now it's gone. So, like, we're fine. Kind of. Like, we're not. Only drawing lands here hasn't really helped. And then I'm just dead on board. Because this is going to flip. Yep. I mean, it is what it is. I'm on the draw. If I'm on the play, I think I can't lose that game. It's just the way best of 1 goes when you're playing against mono red sometimes. I go first is the only way I'm willing to keep this hand. So sure. I only played 24 lands, so it's not likely for us to draw a ton more here. I say that, but I will. Having like these 3 drops is pretty strong, especially if we go against, you know, our natural enemy Boros, which I've been waiting for, but I put this in my main board, so the algorithm's like, nope, not in our elo. Really, against this matchup, probably Deluge is just going away. I know it can be good when they play a lot of things, but Liliana just plussing here seems really nice. Rogue, okay. I guess we're gaming, chat. I guess we are gaming. Land? There's Rite of Oblivion. Sure, why not? Well, I play Mirrex. I make token, I guess.
Drop it.
With both of us having lilies online, like, we're both gonna hit each other's hand pretty aggressively, and I'm just gonna make tokens off my Myrics. Might play an investigator here. Yeah, they sure do. That's fine. I'm gonna lose both of them here, so it doesn't matter. Yeah.
We all have things we'd rather
Good token. Wow, cut down. Way to be the best card of all time. Here.
I've always hated crowds.
Combat. This one. I'm gonna force them to plus here, but now they get the Right of Oblivion, my Liliana for free. God, I feel like I'm fighting at such a disadvantage. This card's so good against me. Yeah. Sure. Have braids on top of that. It's a rogue. Wow, not activating our Lily here seems incredibly loose before we're starting to draw cards. Yeah, I almost would have done it at the beginning. It just almost got rid of this hopeless nightmare. But I understand keeping it with the Right of Oblivion. That's fine. I'd like...
One of your
I guess we wait till end
leave.
step. I'd like to make another one. Seems pretty good. Combat. See if they have a cut down. No? Okay. Airvac. Plus. Get rid of the braids. They did have a braids, but they named Rogue on this to make sure it was uncounterable. So they couldn't cast the braids last turn. That makes sense why they minused, but at the same time, I'm not sure I agree. But Karavak gets value here if they get rid of Liliana, which arguably they should. But then, like, they lose their Lily as well, so I don't feel near as bad here. Try both to the top. Okay.
Whatever.
What do you have for 1 mana in hand?
After all.
The Pixie. Are you picking your Lily back up? They are. Okay. That is fine with me. It could be playing, like, Wandering Emperor or whatever, but I'm attacking for 3 here. I don't have a lot of options. They could, like, cut down my 1/1 and then minus on Lily. Obviously
Something
possible.
suspicious is going on. And for once, it's not my fault. Haven't you ever heard of personal
Okay.
space?
My bad, opponent. Didn't realize you had it like that. I'm gonna make this. They have no other card than that in hand. But picking it back up knowing I play Liliana is not crazy to anybody. Or is that just crazy to me? Liliana is exiled because they exile it as well, which is bullcrap. Let us grapple here. Take one of these out and then use Karavak as it is intended. Start grabbing things back. Just start slamming some stuff. Get that out of my way. Attack with this. Leave this for Liliana minus. They left this card on top, by the way. Whatever that card on top is going to have to beat my current board. Liliana? Maybe it's another Pixie? They're like, you can't keep drawing interaction. I don't believe you. And I'm like, you're right.
I've always hated crowds.
Are you getting rid of Karavak or are you getting rid of Preacher? Preacher will just naturally draw cards. Stop with the Right of Oblivion. So, why? Why there? Why there concede? If I draw a land, you just answer my Preacher and I'm in top deck mode with you. Whatever, chat. I don't know. I think I'm going to keep here. You're a little bit weird. It's a little bit weak. Maybe it's for us. Maybe it's not. Land draw, not like too upset about. Obviously, we have to get to our bigger cards eventually. But yeah, it's Boris. They're going to flash in a creature on my end step. Is that your plan? Man, you're so brave. I'm just going to get rid of this now. Oh, that Snapter's on. Huh? What? Also, what? Attack, I guess? Okay, I'm so confused. I've never seen Boros keep a 1 mana threat.
This is my home.
And they don't have mana.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
God, I'm lost. I'm just lost. Lost in the sauce. The thing is, we know this is a 1 mana threat, right? I'm gonna plus just get rid of the Lily here.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Maybe I play Massacre Girl and I attack and they're like, oh, I get to block this 1/1 for free. Sure. This one. Oh no. I attacked with the 1/1. Dang it. Got him. Got him, chat. Look how goofy that thing looks. Of course, of all creatures that it would be that they block with, by the way, it's the one that they can tap and put counters back on it, so it doesn't matter. But I think it's funny because I don't know if they actually know what Massacre Girl does. You know, it's just like... I feel pretty good about that play, chat. I feel pretty good. My O2. Oh, yes. It's all coming together. Hey, look, you have Midrange. Normally, Boris would have played that by now. Okay, that was toxic. I'm sorry, chat. Like, come on. Everybody's got to love the bully Boris a little bit, you know? All right, chat. Well, here we are. I don't want to say tilted is the word, but I was thinking about playing Massacre Girl to begin with when I was like, what can we add to black, or at least experiment with black before we head into the new set? And I was like, you know, a card that kind of vanished off the face of the earth was Massacre Girl. And I was like, you know, we could play this, we can add the delusions in, and maybe like use this over Go for the Throat. Maybe it'll work. Maybe this card will be too bad. And then on my timeline today, Ash Shizzle, Massacre Girl is still broken. I'm like, there is no way. There is no way that I constructed this. And then he uploaded the video today, which this will be uploaded on a different day. I just find it funny. It's like super funny how sometimes we come across cards that we haven't thought about in a while, and sometimes it just happens to happen at the same time, especially when we're all kind of in this like looking forward to post rotation situation where I'm like, me personally, I'm kind of like, I don't really care about any of the old decks anymore. I haven't played any card outside of like that rotates probably in almost a month, or maybe a little bit less than that. I've only been playing decks outside of lands. There for a while I was playing the lands, but I just decided to start cutting them. But yeah, it actually worked pretty well today. Normally Massacre Girl has been like this 4-drop that you're kind of like, I don't know if it will work that well, especially when we played it initially. But playing it in a shell like this, where we have a card like Tiny Bones, and maybe we need to put more hand disruption in the deck in terms of like using duresses and stuff like that. It makes answering Massacre Girl hard. Plus, delusion, we did it multiple times today, and we actually end up drawing a ton of cards, which sometimes is our problem in this archetype. Like, we've had to add a Gix in here to make sure we can draw some extra cards. Preachers are in here to try to make sure we're drawing extra cards. Harvester didn't feel valuable enough to play outside of just being like potentially a board wipe. But now with Massacre Girl, when this enters, like we saw with the last game and we saw with other games before, with like the Deluge, being able to put those on a stack and then have Massacre Girl go, by the way, I'm going to put 4 or 5 cards in your hand. Like, it's so sick. And I love this card just to begin with. The creature type is very cool. I loved old Massacre Girl. Whenever she was legal in standard, the -1, then a creature dies, it puts more -1s on. So like getting to play this card is just like fun for me. Kind of nostalgic too, because one of the first decks I played had Massacre Girl in it, so I kind of get a little bit of that as well when I started playing Magic the Gathering. But other than that, this is the list. I'm I'm not saying craft it by any means. I think maybe the other mono blacklists do a little bit better, especially because Massacre Girl is a mythic. But if you happen to have them and you do want to try this, or you want to start kind of like maybe figuring this deck out on your own, like, feel free. Definitely send me some lists or some suggestions that you guys have in the comments. I would definitely take them. Like, do we have better cards in this? Maybe. I do think this card works incredibly well with Tiny Bones, sacking it to make sure we're hitting those 5-drops, especially something like a Shieldred is important. And then using Karavak, because again, if we bargain this, it happens as casting, and then Tiny Bones will be in the graveyard for a Karavak to then look at that and be like, hey, I can cast that. I could do that if you'd like. And we'd be like, yes, sir. I would love to play this Tiny Bones again. And then we can get it back without necessarily having to play other Tiny Bones to do the cycle for it and everything. But other than that, it can also sack the tokens off the Preacher, and it feels nice, or something like that. Most of the time, though, we're not really looking to bargain. We're going to have to just pick up things as we can from there, or maybe we make tokens off Merrick's and do it that way. But I hope everybody enjoyed the list. It was definitely fun. I had a lot of fun playing it. Besides, obviously, the match I talked about, I just scooped because I didn't want to play against Teamer World Soul Rage pile that we all know. But I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.